All of you hear my voice? Good evening, students.
Good evening.
Say, yesterday we have seen that isomers, right? Up to geometrical isomers we have completed. Up to stereo isomers we started. Today we'll go for next one. We discuss about carbocation, carbon, homolytic and heterolytic. Yesterday you were not attending the class. You? Okay. So today okay. So today we are going to discuss about the organic reaction and mechanism. Organic reaction and mechanism. Yesterday we have discussed the nomenclature, isomerism, that and all we discussed. Okay, so we will learn it. When you are seeing any organic molecule, substrate molecule, so it's going to react, means it's going to react with one more reagent. It will give the intermediate. So that intermediate, it may form the product, or otherwise the intermediate can decompose also. Intermediate means, so it may positively charge, or it may negatively charge, or it may contain odd electron species. So based on that, we are classifying that intermediate into carbocation, carbanion, and then free radical. How we are saying carbocation, carbanion, and free radical? So based on the cleavage of bond. So if you are taking bond between the atom, means it has 2 electrons. Any single bond consists of 2 electrons. So if you are cleaving, whether the 2 electrons are equally shared or 1 electron can be taken by one atom and other electron can be taken by other atom, means it contains odd electrons. Or otherwise, both the atom can take the electron. Okay, so that we are saying as homolytic and heterolytic cleavage. So if we are considering when bond between A and B, so A gives one bond and B gives other bond. Okay, when it's splitted, so what type of splitted possible? No, one is homolytic, another one is heterolytic. Homolytic means that bond A and B, which will be taken one electron. So that's why we will put the arrow mark into single-headed arrow. Single-headed means both will have A dot plus B dot. This is called free radical. When it will happen, no, that A and B electronegatives are same. If you are taken H2, so H2 means it will give H dot and H dot, and Cl2 means it will give Cl dot and Cl dot. You may ask, sir, if it is HCl, based on the condition, it will stop. But HCl definitely it will be H plus and Cl minus, no doubt, because chlorine is more electronegative than hydrogen. But based on the condition also, it may give H plus and Cl, H dot and Cl dot also. Okay, this will be, we are going to see in the hydrocarbon. That time only, when the chlorine radical already generated means, it will give the HCl bond. Okay, then it will give Cl2 and H dot like that. So this is called free radical. What is free radical? Free radical is an odd electronic species. It's an odd electronic species. It doesn't contain any pair of electron. Generally lone pair means it has a pair of electron. But the free radicals are odd electronic species. So they are unpaired. Then the magnetism will be, what magnetism it will be? If it is contain unpaired electron means. Clear? So these are the points you have to remember. When it happens, no, in the presence of heat or light. Atom which has odd electronic species is called free radical. Okay, so it contains unpaired electron. So that's why it's a paramagnet. Okay, that you have to remember. And then heterolytic fission means when you are having A and B. So the B is more electronegative than A. What we are saying, B is more electronegative. You are considering case more electronegative. Then what will happen? The splitting will be takes place. So a pair of electrons are towards B side. So definitely it's going to give A plus, that means cation, and then B with the negative charge, anion. Okay. In case your A is more electronegative, then A will contain a pair of electrons plus B is a cation. So B will be the cation, A is the anion. So how the cleavage is occurring? Like this. Okay. Okay. Is it clear? So this is how the bond cleavage is taking place. Now, so the formation of carbocation, carbon ions, it takes place in the heterolytic cleavage. So it won't take place in the homolytic cleavage. That you should not forget. Okay. Now we are saying what is carbocation. Now I said cation and anion. Cation means positive charge, anion means negative charge. Now we are going to see the carbocation. That means the carbon which bear a positive charge. That means electron deficient. Or otherwise we can call it what? It's a electrophile. Yesterday we didn't see that electrophile and nucleophile and all, no? Illa. Fogler. First, we'll go for the electrophile and nucleophile, and then we'll come to the carbocation and carbon ion. Then it will become easy. Electrophiles. So what is electrophiles? What is nucleophiles? If you are considering any bond in the organic molecule, okay, so the bond consists of 2 electrons. So it may be 2 atoms can give one electron, or 1 atom can donate the electron, whatever it may be. So it has a bond. Okay, so you are taking AB, you are reacting with CD, it gives CD, it gives AD and BC. What is the meaning? What is the meaning of this equation? Double displacement reaction. Simply you are saying double displacement reaction taking place. Now I am telling that NaOH plus HCl giving that NaCl plus H2. What you will say? We'll simply say neutralization because NaOH is a base, HCl is an acid. Due to it gives the water, that's why you are saying neutralization for the simple inorganic molecule. So what I'm saying, you have to think. You look the molecule, methyl chloride plus sodium hydroxide. It gives the reaction நடக்காது இருந்தாலும் சும்மா for the example methanol and NaCl. What you will say? You cannot say it is a neutralization. Double displacement. But for the inorganic reaction, we can say neutralization, double decomposition, everything we can say. For the organic reaction, we cannot say the double decomposition. So you look the molecule which is nucleophilic in nature, which is electrophilic in nature. When you consist of one chemicals, so you are forming a methyl acetate, for example. So the acetate from which group? Methyl from which group? So now I have generated methanol from methyl chloride and sodium chloride, sodium hydroxide. So the CH3 coming from methyl, the OH coming from sodium hydroxide. Now the CH3 become, I am saying it becomes CH3 plus Cl minus, and the NaOH become Na plus and OH minus. So the positive part come from the methyl chloride, the negative from which come from the sodium hydroxide. Now here we are saying in the organic chemistry electrophile and nucleophiles. So first you have to know that what is electrophile. Electrophiles are electron deficient. Their octet is not completely filled. Okay, they are loving electrons. They are loving electrons because it's a electrophile, electron deficient. So wherever it has the electron, it will attract. So it will attack the electron, or otherwise they are electron loving species. Okay, and then they are positively charged or neutral one. Generally, these are called Lewis acid. Lewis acid means, what is the meaning? Their octet is not completely filled. Huh? Ready to accept electron. Why it ready to accept electron? Very good. Incomplete octet. Now we have to see the example. Whenever you have positively charged organic part, it will be electrophile. There is no doubt about it. It will be an electrophile. So examples: H plus, Cl plus, Br plus, NO2 plus, CH3 plus, water positive charge is different. So what are the neutral ones? BF3, boron trifluoride. Why it's boron trifluoride? You write that boron trifluoride hybridization. What is the valence electron of boron? 3. Then 1, 2, 3. 3 fluorines. So totally how many bond pairs? Actually, octet means how many bond pairs it should have? Octet இருக்கணும் அந்த central atom சொன்னா எத்தனை எலக்ட்ரான் இருக்கும்? How many it should have? 8. But it is deficient of 2. That's why we are saying it is a electrophile. புரியுதா? Now I am writing SO3. You tell me how it is a electrophile. Competitive exam ல இப்படி கேட்பாங்க. SO3 வந்து electrophile னு சொல்லுங்க. How it is electrophile? You put that the simplest method DSC பேர் என்ன பண்ணனும்ல? Sulfur எத்தனை? 4. 1, 2, 3 for oxygen family. No. நான் சொன்ன மாதிரி you have to remember in the family wise. Then it becomes easy. Oxygen means how many you will put? 4. So sulfur it becomes to 1s2, 2s2, 2p4, 6 electron. You have to put 6. 3 bond pairs because oxygen will form a double bond. So automatically it's a electrophile. Why it is electrophile? The reactant is not completely filled. புரிஞ்சுதா? இது வந்து simplest idea நான் கொடுத்தது inorganic molecules. Okay, and then RCO plus. So whatever you are having positive charge, that you can say they are electrophile. Okay, so transition metal cations, that also you can say Fe2 plus Fe3 plus, whatever positive charge you are getting, that will be a electrophile. Whenever we have the positive charge means they are electron deficient. So if you are thinking the orbital, we will put positive and negative symbol. What is the meaning of positive and negative symbol? Some of you written electron deficient, electron deficient. That question, we have that question now. The chemical bonding unit, few people are written. The plus indicate that cation, their electron less. Minus indicate that their electron rich and all. Few people are written. So what is the meaning of when the orbital having plus and minus symbol? Sir, for the which wave you will give the positive, which wave you will give the negative? Oh my God. Waves will be formed crest and crest. No? For the crest you will give. For the crest you will give positive. Trough you will give other person better. Sorry, okay. Then we'll go for the nucleophile. So what is nucleophile? The opposite to the first one. So what is that? They are electron rich. They will attack the nucleus. So seeking of that is seeking of electrons. This is nucleus level. Okay, they are electron rich. So definitely when it electron rich means ready to donate. So they will attack the nucleus. Then it will be negatively charged or neutral. So here also neutral is there, but one thing, it should have lone pair of electrons. Neutral means it will contain lone pair of electrons. The atom will contain lone pair of electrons. So they will generally called as Lewis bases. So H minus, Cl minus, Br minus, NO2 minus, CH3 minus. Whatever I am writing positive, here I am writing negative. Cn minus, COO minus, then R minus, or C triple bond C minus, SH minus. For the neutral, H2O. It's a nucleophile because the oxygen will contain lone pair of electron. Then wherever you have the lone pair of electron, it will be a nucleophile. Oxygen, ether. Then where என்ன இருக்கு? Alcohol, ether, acid, amine. Okay, they are nucleophiles. Okay, now we'll go to the radical. Now I said when you are cleaving the bond, so it give the three types: cation, anion, radical. Am I right? When the carbon bearing a positive charge, carbocation. Carbon bearing a negative charge, carbanion. And the carbon having a single electron, it's a free radical. So the cleaving of bonds will give cleaving bonds. It gives intermediate. This intermediate will be, we are classifying into cation, anion, and free radical. You tell me what is cation? Cation which is positively charged. Negatively charged. Is that nucleophilic an anion? Is that electrophilic cation? Now I'm saying carbocation. So please remember, all the cations are not electrophiles, but all electrophiles are not cations. But cations சொல்லலாம், நம்ம carbocations சொன்னா carbon which is having a positive charge. Like that you have the meaning. Okay, it's a odd electronic species. You tell me which will be first magnetic among the three. Carbocation means it varies with the attached group. Okay, so we do not know whether it contains unpaired electron or not. Am I right? So we couldn't say it's a diamagnetic or paramagnetic. For the carbocation, when the carbon is positive charged means it will attach positive or negative charge means it will attach the three atoms, three groups. It will undergo sp2 hybridization. When the carbon is attached to three atoms, what hybridization? What hybridization? sp2. Louder, correct. When the carbon attached to three atoms means it will be sp2. So sp2 now what is the shape? It's a planar shape. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, well, now we have unhybridized p orbital. If the unhybridized p orbital having one electron means it will be paramagnetic. Suppose it doesn't have the electron, then how we can say it is a magnetic? So this is also based on the other group only we can say the magnetic property. Whereas when you are seeing the free radical, the radical itself tells that it's odd electron. Whether the others are paired or not, it will be a single electron. 10 plus 1, 11. Right? 10 plus 12 plus 1, 13. So if the bonding means it will be 2 electron. So completely be a paired, isn't it? If it is having a lone pair of electron also, it is also paired. So நம்மளால என்ன சொல்ல முடியாது, அது ரேடிகலா இருக்குன்னா maximum at most it will be a paramagnetic. So it will be paramagnetic. Now we'll see that carbocation, carbene ion, and carbon radical. Now when you have carbon which is attached with three group with the X, okay, suppose if the X groups are leaved because X is more electronegative than carbon, then it gives C3 plus, okay, and X minus, isn't it? The electronegativity you will get the same, no? Now you tell me, so this bond will be polar bond. The CX bond will be polar because X is more electronegative than carbon. The bond become polar. It will take a pair of electron, or the electron densities are towards hydrogen will be more. The carbon which is having a positive charge. Now the carbocation we are classifying into primary carbocation, secondary carbocation, and tertiary carbocation. So what basis you are saying the primary, secondary, tertiary carbocation? When the carbon which is bearing positive charge is attached with one carbon atom, it's a primary. That means CH3, CH2 plus. So the CH2 plus is a so I'm putting C plus, and then C plus. Okay, when the carbon which is attached with one carbon, it's a primary. So other twos are hydrogen. Suppose if it is attached with 2 carbon atoms, the other ones are hydrogen, then it is a secondary. Suppose it is attached with 3 carbon, then it is a tertiary. Is it clear now? What is the difference between primary, secondary, and tertiary? Is it okay? When the carbon which is attached with positive charge, it's a primary. The carbon which is having positive charge, it's attached with 1 carbon, primary, 2 carbon atom, secondary, 3 carbon atom, tertiary. So now you tell me whether it is a positive. So this carbon atom is what? Say, what's the answer? All of you tell me. This carbon atom is here. What? That carbocation is here, primary or secondary? So you people are saying secondary. So all of you look this. The carbocation is attached with 1 carbon atom. And primary. Then the carbocation is attached to 2 carbon atom. Attached with the carbocation, the carbon, which is positively charged, attached with 2 carbon atom. Then secondary. Now you tell me what is this? You have to look. Otherwise, I will say when the carbocation, the positive charge is there, no positive charge in carbon, which is having 2 or 3 hydrogen, it's a primary. 1 hydrogen. What? This one. So which carbon you are saying carbocation? This carbon only you are saying carbocation, right? So it is a positive charge. That's why you are saying carbocation. This carbon is attached with 1 carbon only, 2 hydrogen. Then what is the carbocation? Suppose you look here, I am writing the same thing, CH3, CH and CH3 plus. Now you tell me what is the carbocation? So otherwise I can write CH3, CH2, CH plus and CH3. Now secondary carbocation. Are you able to understand? So you have to identify. That's a very important one. If you are identified, it becomes very easy. The point carbon positive charge. Carbon? How many carbon it is attached? How many hydrogen it was there? Okay. If it is contained 2 hydrogen or 3 hydrogen, the positive charge of carbon, then it is a primary. If it is contained 1 hydrogen, secondary. No hydrogen, tertiary. Likewise, amines. Amines episode primary amine or NH2. Primary amine or NRH, secondary amine, or tertiary amine. So the nitrogen which contain 2 hydrogen, it's a primary. The nitrogen which contain 1 hydrogen is a secondary. The nitrogen which do not have the hydrogen is a tertiary. So, but it should have 3 groups. You have to identify the primary, secondary, tertiary. So most of the booklet when the carbocation means carbon which is having positive charge attached with 1 carbon. Attached with carbon, the positively charged carbon attached with 1 carbon and 2 hydrogen means primary. Then it is attached 2 carbon, secondary. Now you tell me what is this carbocation. So what is the carbocation for this? Whatever I made to the circle. And what is that? It's a it's a primary carbocation. When you are seeing that, now you identify primary, secondary, and tertiary carbocation. When you are looking at the stability, so tertiary carbocations are more stable than the secondary carbocation, which in turn is more stable than primary carbocation, which in turn more stable than methyl cation. What is the reason? See, all the carbocation is what hybridization. Organic chemistry hybridization simple. No need of calculation. You look the carbon, how many atoms it was attached. So the carbocation, the radius was correct. அது கூட மூணு மெத்தில் குரூப் இது கூட ரெண்டு மெத்தில் குரூப் கூட இது கூட ரெண்டு டைப் ஒரு மெத்தில் குரூப். So it was attached with 3. Then what is the hybridization? You have sp, sp2 and sp3. What is the hybridization? sp3. அவ்வளவுதான். சிம்பிளா ஒரு மாலிகுல பாத்தீங்கன்னா அழகா சொல்லலாம். பக்கத்துல எத்தனை ஆட்டம் அட்டாச் ஆயிருக்கு அதை வச்சு you can say the hybridization. But the inorganic molecule we have to work it out. But the organic molecule no need of that. Okay, for the simpler இருக்கிறதுக்கு சொல்றேன். ஓகேவா? இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் காம்ப்ளிகேஷன் போகும்போது ஒரு சில இடத்துல மட்டும் தான் SPM வரும். அது அந்த இடத்துல வரும்னு சொல்றேன். பட் மேக்ஸிமம் இதுதான். ஓகே, அடுத்து பாருங்க. Now I'm saying that the tertiary carbocations are more stable than secondary, then primary, then methyl. So what is the reason? So in the hint அப்படியே வச்சுக்கோங்க. Okay, so it has some weather. We are going to see that why it is a reason. அப்படின்னா plus side group increases the stability of carbocation. When it becomes a tertiary, if the alkyl groups are attached, means so 3 groups will be for the tertiary. That's why the stability is more. So what we can say. So always please keep in mind stability. It's directly proportional to the number of resonating structure. What is number of resonating structure? When you have more resonating structure, it's become more stable. Okay, it become more stable. And then carbene ion. What is the meaning of carbene ion? When you have a group like this, some Y, so C is more electronegative than Y, then the bond pair of electron will go in the electrolytic fission. It gives C minus plus Y plus. Am I right? So the C minus is known as anion. Carbon which is bearing a negative charge, that's why carbene ion. Okay, so if you are seeing the reverse order, the methyl carbocation carbene ion will be more stable than the primary carbene ion, then secondary carbene ion, then tertiary carbene ion. Now you tell me what is the primary carbene ion, what is secondary carbene ion, what is tertiary carbene ion. Same thing. The carbon which is negative charge, if it is attached with 1 carbon, primary, 2 carbon, secondary, 3 carbon, tertiary. So there you have the positive charge, here you have the negative charge. That is the difference. புரிஞ்சுதா? So RCH2 minus, R2CH minus, R3C minus. So நான் சிம்பிளா எழுதிட்டேன். அப்ப எழுதுனா என்ன அர்த்தம்? RCR, it's a bond pair. இப்படி எழுதணும். R2 னும்போது RCRCH pair minus. இது னும்போது RCH அவ்வளவுதான் மீனிங். விளங்குதா? Is it okay? So the stability பாத்தீங்கன்னா இதோட stability அப்படியே அதுக்கு reverse. So the plus I groups decreases stability of carbene ion. Decreases the stability of carbene ion. Okay, and then resonance and S character. Again S character. Okay. When you are seeing the hybridization, what are the hybridization we have? SP. What are the hybridization we have? SP, SP2 and SP3. So totally have 2 orbitals. Look here. It has 3 orbitals. It has 4 orbitals. Among the 2 orbitals, how many S you have? So 1/2. So the S character equal to number of S orbital that divided by total number of orbital into 100. Now you calculate. So 1/2 into 100. So what you will get? 50%. 50%, right? For this, 1/3 into 100. Then how much? This is 1/4 into 100. So it has 50%, it has 33%, and it has 25%. So there are 3 factors which stabilize the molecule. One is inductive effect, another one is resonance effect, another one is S character in the hybridization. Okay, so this is called carbene ion. Okay, the next we are going to see the free radical. So I already said you the free radicals are odd electronic sp2 hybridization. Sorry, what is this? Carbene ion also sp2 hybridization. Okay, 3 item தான் இருக்கும். ஒரு pair of electron தான் 100 இருக்கும். Okay. Then free radicals பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் free radicals are odd electronic species. So if the 2 atoms are having the same electronegativity, definitely it will give the free radical by cleaving the homolytic cleavage. The reaction condition only, based on the condition only, we will get the intermediate types of intermediate. Okay, no doubt about it. So the stability pathina, benzyl radical have more stable than allyl, which in turn more than tertiary, secondary, primary, methyl, and vinyl. Now you have the question in your mind: what is benzyl? What is benzyl means? The benzene group attached with CH2 dot. This is called benzyl. Now the carbon which is having odd electron, which is having conjugation with your carbon double bonds. So எத்தனை double bonds இருக்கு? 3 double bonds இருக்கு. அப்ப it will give you a number of resonating structure more. If the number of resonating structure more, means stability will become. That's all. Allyl means when the group you are having this is called allyl. The carbon which is having attached to CH double bond CH2. So in the group in the matter 3 carbon that is called allylic carbon. So in the matter 3 carbon, first carbon is sp2, second carbon is sp2, the third carbon that is also to be sp2, but it contains a dot. But this dot will be having delocalization with the 5 bonds of another CH2. So this group is called allyl. Tertiary means you know very well a carbon which will have 3 groups and dot. Secondary means 2 carbon and 1 hydrogen. Primary means 1 carbon and 2 hydrogen. Methyl means CH3 dot. Vinyl means CH2 double bond CH dot. That means The conjugation இல்ல அதுலயே இருக்கு. அதனால resonance involve ஆக முடியாது. So stability கம்மியா இருக்கும். Whenever you have the more pi bond which is conjugated means stability will become more. இந்த மாதிரி இல்லாம இருந்தனா you will not get the stability. So that's all about. Now why we are studying these two? No? Because of the polar effect. This is very, very important in the organic chemistry. Why it's important? So it decides the why the boiling point of certain compound is increases, why the boiling point of certain compound is decreases, or why it undergo the reaction, why it do not undergoing the reaction. There are 5 effects which rule the organic chemistry. These are the 5 effects when you are going to chemical engineering or wherever when you are studying the organic chemistry. So these are the 5 effects which plays an important role. நீ இப்போ இங்க படிக்கிறது தான் எங்க போனாலும் படிக்கிறது. ஓகேவா? So what is polar first? When you have the salt separation, that will be polar. அதாவது என்னன்னா ரெண்டு பேருமே ஈக்குவலா இருக்கீங்க. You two people are equal means there will not be any change. But one person having more tendency than other person means the ability of the second person get decreases. So there will be some partiality. bias இருக்குமா இருக்காதா? ஏன்னா அது ஒரு பையன் நல்ல குண்டா இருக்கும், ஒரு பையன் நல்ல ஒல்லியா இருக்கான்னு சொன்னா என்ன சொல்லுவோம்? So he is more fat than this fellow. So he can pull this or he can pull out. Something we will say no like that. When you have splitting all the bonds in the organic compound, if you are finding any electronegativity difference between the two atoms, there will be a polarity. There will be a polarity. That polarity, due to that polarity, many effects can be happen. Because we know that some of the carbon is sp3, some of the carbon is sp2, some of the carbon is sp. Everything have different addresses. So it will be a different one. Clear? So it can give many properties. So the organic properties of the molecule can be affected with the 5 effect that is called inductive effect, electromeric effect, resonance or mesomeric effect, steric effect, and then hyperconjugation. So when you have the electron displacement, okay, definitely any of this will place. So if you are seeing inductive is a permanent effect, electromeric is a temporary effect, steric, mesomeric, this is also a permanent effect. Okay, so now how it operates the organic molecule, that we are going to see. First, inductive. Inductive effect. So this can be happen only in the saturated system. Saturated system means which should not contain any single double bond, triple bond at all. All should have the single bonded compound. If there is any electronegativity difference, the inductive effect can take place. So if the polarity arises, if you have the system like CH3, CH2, CH2, CH2X. Okay, now the X is more electronegative than the carbon, so this bonding pair of electron towards X, that's why it can bear a small negative charge. Since it bears a small positive negative charge, the adjacent will have the small negative charge and the corresponding small positive charge. இது என்ன இருக்கோ அதுக்கு ஆப்போசிட்ல இருக்கும். So இது more electronegative, it pull the electron. That's why it bearing a small positive negative charge. Because of that, the adjacent carbon will have the small positive. அப்ப என்ன ஆகுது? இங்க electron deficiency can create it. Due to that, it can pull this bonding electron towards this. For this reason, it will lose some of the electron. And then, since it is a electron deficient, it can pull the electron, then it becomes plus plus. But this effect after 2 carbon, it will be decreases. Because when go the distance, ஒண்ணுமே இல்ல அந்த பக்கத்துல இருந்து எடுக்கறாங்க, அங்க இருந்து பக்கத்துல இருக்கவங்க ஸ்ட்ராங்கா இருக்கும், அதுக்கு பக்கத்துல இருக்கவங்க ஆல்ரெடி அந்த பக்கம் இழுத்ததுனால அது கொஞ்சம் தேவைப்படுறது இழுப்பாரு ஸ்ட்ரென்த்ல. அதுக்கு அடுத்து இருக்கிற லெஸ், அதுக்கு அடுத்து இருக்கிற லெஸ். ஸோ சேம் வே it based on the distance. The inductive effect decreases with the distance of the group. இப்போ X group பொறுத்து தான். So it's a permanent effect. And then decreases with increase the distance. The effect decreases with increase the distance from the polar. Okay, wow. Why you are laughing, man? What happened? பசி எடுத்துச்சா? சிக்மா சிஸ்டம் போட்டுருங்க. சிக்மா சிஸ்டம்னா ஒரு சிங்கிள் பாண்ட் இருக்கு. ஓகேவா? Now this effect can be classified into two types, plus I and then minus I. I will tell you the small definition for the inductive effect. The electron withdrawing or donation through the sigma bond is called inductive effect. When the electron withdrawing through the sigma bond, okay, it's a minus effect. The electron donation through the sigma bond plus. Plus na kudukuradhu, minus na vaangikkiradhu. So electron donation through the sigma bond. Donation through sigma. Electron donation through sorry, தப்பு பண்ணிட்டேன் பாத்தீங்களா? Electron withdrawing through sigma bond give the minus effect. So இது எதை பேஸ் பண்ணி சொல்றாங்கன்னா based on the hydrogen சொல்றாங்க. So what are the groups will be plus I group அப்படி பாத்தீங்கன்னா all the alkyl groups with the hydrogen, all the alkyl groups CH3 CH2 and CH3 twice CH2 and CH3 twice C. These are plus I effect group because these are the more than hydrogen. Okay, so what are the group which will become a minus I group? Minus I group na the electron withdraw பண்ணது. எந்த group electron withdraw பண்ணும்? Already electron அதாவது என்ன அர்த்தம்? It should be a more electronegative atom இருக்கும். Otherwise it should contain some multiple bonds இருக்கும். அப்ப என்னென்ன குரூப்லாம் பாத்தீங்கன்னா NO2, cyano, acid, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, hydroxide, ether, phenyl, and then hydrogen. So this is, and then positive charge N0. இது எல்லாமே it will pull the electron. இதுல ஸ்ட்ராங்கா எதிர்க்கும் பாத்தீங்கன்னா this positive charge தான். ஏன்னா positive charge already electron deficient இருக்காரு. But nitrogen is more electronegative than carbon. What will happen? We take a pair of electrons from the bond. புரிஞ்சுதா? So this is how the plus. So what is the consequence of this அப்படின்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா many aliphatic acid இப்போ நீங்க எடுத்துக்கிறீங்க, formic acid எடுத்துக்கிறீங்க, acetic acid எடுத்துக்கிறீங்க. Among the two, which is more acidic? Both will contain COOH. Why acetic acid? Why acetic acid is more acidic? First, you should understand what is acid. And what is acid? It gives H plus easily means it's acid, right? You write the carboxylic acid. We don't want whether it is a formic or acidic. You take C double bond O H. When this bond is broken easily, then it is strong acid. It will become COO minus and H plus. If it's give easily H plus ion, it's a very good acid. Organic acid or mineral acid, HCl, H2SO4, HNO3 compare பண்ணும்போது HNO3, HCl are more acidic than this carboxylic because it gives H plus very easily. Whereas the organic acid will not give that much easily. It will give H plus ion, but due to this resonance effect, the H plus ion getting is very difficult when compared to HCl and HNO. That's why these are weak acid, then your mineral acid. Now we are comparing the two weak acid, which is weakest one among the formic and acidic. If you are taken H2SO4, formic acid, acidic acid, H2SO4 is the strongest acid. One answer over. What about acidic and formic? Both are contain COH group, carboxylic acid. And which is which will form the COO minus easily. That will be a good acidic. Okay, ma? Then you can take one more example, propionic acid also. நீங்க சொல்லுங்க இதுல இருந்து எப்படி சொல்லலாம்? Any idea? இப்ப பாருங்க, when it becomes CO minus means, okay, எப்போ இந்த bond cleave ஆகும்? இந்த bond எப்போ cleave ஆகும்? இந்த OH இடையில இருக்குது. அதாவது it should be more electronegative இருக்கும்போது cleave ஆகும். அப்ப அந்த கார்பனுக்கும் ஆக்சிஜனுக்கு இடையில எப்படி இருக்கும்? கார்பன் should be electron deficient. ஏன் பாத்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு கார்பனில் குரூப் இருக்கு, இந்த சைடு ஆக்சிஜன் இருக்கு, it become del plus, it become del minus. Correct? Suppose when the group you are increasing CH3 group, so what is the nature of CH3 group? What is the nature of CH3 group? It can donate electron through the sigma bond. இப்போ சப்போஸ் ஏதோ ஒரு குரூப் இந்த இடத்துல எலக்ட்ரான் டொனேட் பண்ணுதுன்னு வச்சுங்க, அப்ப இந்த இடத்துல என்ன டென்சிட்டி ஜாஸ்தி ஆகும்? this place electron density ஜாஸ்தி. Electron density ஜாஸ்தினா this bond become stronger one, and then this bond also become stronger. It will not lose that H plus ion that much easily. ஒருவேளை இந்த இடத்துல ஒரு குரூப் இருக்கு, அந்த குரூப் என்ன பண்ணுது? எலக்ட்ரானை வாங்குது, எலக்ட்ரானை புல் பண்ணும்போது என்ன ஆகும்? It become del plus, then this bond become very weaker. அப்ப என்ன ஆகும்? It will shifted over here, then it gives H plus ion. புரிஞ்சுதா நான் சொல்றது? அப்போ இந்த கார்பனுடைய எலக்ட்ரான் டென்சிட்டி கம்மியா இருக்கும். The electron density of this carbon should be very less, then only it will become a very good acid. Now you compare these two. So the methyl groups are electron donating. It increases the electron density of the carbonyl carbon. Increase the electron density of this carbon. So this bond become tightened. Polarity difference கொடுக்காத அளவுக்கு அது பார்த்துக்குது. But you take the formic acid, HCOOH, CH3COOH. Now you tell me among this which is good acid? Formic acid is very good acid than the acidic because this plus A group increases the electron density of this carbonyl carbon, then this bond will not tighten. Okay, now one more example only will complete. Cl CH2 COOH. Now you compare one with acetic acid. Now which is more acidic? YCl CH2COH is more acidic. When you are thinking, this chlorine will withdraw the electron. So due to that, what will happen? This become positively charged. When it positively charged, it will pull the electron like this. Then it will pull the electron like this. Then this become weak ion. It goes very easily. Suppose so, Cl group is a minus I group. Am I right or not? Am I right or not, ma? Minus I group. So when the minus I group increases around the carboxylic acid, the acidity increases. So now you tell me trichloroacetic acid, chloroacetic acid, and then dichloroacetic acid. Among the three, which is, and then acetic acid, which is more acidic? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You tell me which is the strongest one? Which is the strongest one? Which is the strongest one? Will be the strongest. Why? 3 chlorine atom. So there will be a very big competition. That's why it become very good. Then it will give you H plus ion very easily. Then next, because 2 chlorine, and then okay, very good. So we will continue the tomorrow class. Okay, tomorrow class we have to rush up very fast. So now you have math class. No?
Thank you, sir.